I'm General Joseph Wheeler, Confederate States of America. What you're looking at here is Savannah River. That's the line between Georgia and South Carolina. It's a pretty good sized river. We thought it keeps Yanks on the Georgia side, at least until I could muster all my cavalry together. But there was a hell of a lot of Yanks, and they had everything they needed to cause us trouble.
Begging your pardon, General.
We received word that Kilpatrick and his men have crossed the Savannah River.
Is this 100%?
Yes, it is, General.
We may be able to fall back again, regroup a little better.
No, we can't keep doing that.
What would you like us to do, sir?
We'll make a stand at Broxton's Bridge.
What's your report, Major?
Everyone we need is across the river, sir.
Finally. It only took 2 days.
That's quite an ordeal, sir. We're topping 60,000 troops.
What's the scouts reporting the enemy disposition?
Well, they're mainly scattered, but they're coming together at Broxton Bridge, sir.
What type of troops are they?
Some solid artillery, but mainly cavalry.
Ah, cavalry. Does that be Joe Wheeler?
That would be correct, sir.
My old friend. Well, maybe this time I'll get a chance to put a bullet through his skull.
Well, that'd be a fine day, sir. But what else do you need from me, sir?
Who's the best scout you got?
That would be Masterson, sir.
All right, I want a meeting with him, you, and me, and that's it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, carry on. Take cover! Take cover!
Masterson, Maddox says you're the best scout we've got.
I can find my way around here pretty good, sir.
Excellent. What I need is good intelligence. Real information about General Wheeler's whereabouts. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I imagine he's with his troops right now.
He could be with them. He could be one of them. He's a slippery son of a bitch. He's like a snake in the grass, Wheeler is. You stomp on him, you lift your boot, and he's not there anymore. Him and his troops, they just slither away.
So he could be anywhere.
Well, he has to maintain command of his troops. They're an army of ghosts, vanished into dust right outside of Atlanta, and here they are.
So, do I get a bonus if I take care of business?
Well, it depends on what you mean by business.
Well, you want Wheeler dead, right?
Yes, I do want Wheeler dead. And if you can arrange that, you'll be very well taken care of, financially.
I'm looking for Mama Thorne.
Well, this is their swamp.
Better watch out around that swamp. That old swamp would you get you. This ain't her place, is it?
Oh, no. Her place ain't so grandiose.
That's who the journal wants to see.
Okay, when we get close, y'all hold back. She don't like a whole lot of people now. Mama Thorne?
Been a piece since your last visit. What news you got?
Yanks across the Savannah River.
That I knew.
They're headed this way.
That I didn't know. How long you figure before they get here?
Well, they brought what they needed across the Savannah River. Swamp might slow them down a bit.
My swamp will slow them down a lot. Water's cold this time of year. At least a day or two.
If that, you gonna hightail it?
I've been here a long time. Why should I leave now?
These boys, they ain't so friendly.
I've seen plenty of soldiers before.
These are different, all the way up the line.
What do you mean?
I know the cavalry commander from way back.
Who's he?
His name's Kilpatrick. We went to West Point together.
Sounds like an Irishman. I can handle an Irishman.
Kilpatrick only answers to one person.
Sherman.
Both of these men are rough on local folks.
So they're punishing the people that ain't even fighting.
That's right. And you need to be careful.
I ain't worried about these Yanks. You suppose they'll be asking your whereabouts?
Probably.
How about if I send them to your family cemetery?
I just may have to pay my respects after the battle.
Just might.
Is there anything else you think you will be requiring?
Yes, be sure the men have plenty of matches. I know we lost a lot when they got wet. We were crossing the swamps.
Yes, sir, but please remember, we did purchase every matchstick in Savannah.
I know. Just make sure.
Yes, sir.
And have we heard from the scout yet, Masterson?
Nothing concrete. However, his reports do confirm our earlier intelligence that the rebel cavalry is scattered and heading in the general direction of Aiken.
Is there anything else? I have ladies waiting.
One thing, sir. We are approaching the town of Barnwell, and it seems a number of clergy and merchants wish to hold a meeting with you.
Oh, God. All right. One meeting, though. Narrow it down. I want to meet with one person, somebody from the clergy. No merchants. All right? 2 minutes. One person, one meeting, 2 minutes. You understand?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Very well. My name is Hugh Judson Kilpatrick. My highest rank was Major General, and that was, of course, in the real Army, which would be the Army of the United States of America. I've been called ambitious, aggressive, and blustery. I must say I agree on all counts. I've also been called fearless, and that is how I hope I'm remembered.
Rumor has it that Wheeler is really, really close.
There's always a rumor, Major Maddox. What I'm interested in is what our men have actually laid their eyes on.
I've got Masterson on his trail. He's the best scout we have.
That man is a bloodhound. I'll give you that.
Well, that's the kind of man we need.
The hell is this?
Who are you? What's your business here?
I don't mean to make no trouble. I know you two fellows are very busy.
Come closer, please, and speak up.
That's as far as you go. You don't have any weapons on you, do you?
No, sir. I'm Reverend Fuller. My congregation is the Independent Baptist Church of Barnwell, South Carolina.
Why does that ring a bell? Barnwell.
It's right in the middle of our path to Aiken.
What's your business with us, Reverend?
General? Major? When's the last time you gentlemen went to church?
It's been quite some time, Reverend.
If you should happen to pass through Barnwell, I'd like to invite you to services at my church. Services would be at your convenience, of course.
Really? Well, that would certainly be a change of pace. What do you think, Captain?
Is that why you're here, Reverend? To ask us to go to church?
That is correct. Your presence would show the good people of South Carolina that you and your men would like to have a peaceful end to this terrible conflict.
It's not the only reason you're here. Or it's not the primary reason you're here. Why don't you tell us what that is?
I heard tell of you fellas burning through a lot of places, especially since you crossed the river.
Reverend, we burn any structure that harbors resistance. Those are our orders.
As such, I figured if you attended services at my church, that you would see that we harbor no resistance, and our doors are always open to any that would love to worship, black or white.
Well, I don't know if we'll make the services or not, Reverend, but I will tell you this. If we have to burn structures in Barnwell, we will not burn the Independent Baptist Church.
Feels awful good to hear that. Our little church started in a one-room shack about 10 years ago. We recently fixed it up, added on a bit. Added a little small cross tower. It isn't much, but we're proud of it. And it would really calm my nerves to get your personal guarantee on this, General.
Reverend, you have my personal guarantee.
Thank you. Gentlemen, I sincerely appreciate your time this evening.
We're really going to spare that man at church.
Hell no. Burn the whole town. Owen? Sir?
I noticed some of the men had new gear.
Yes, sir. There was a new supplier in town, and he was quite pleased to take our money.
That's rare these days.
Well, actually, he was looking for you.
Was he now? What business did he have for me?
Don't know. He only wanted to discuss it with you.
Okay, then. You been scouting?
As you ordered, sir.
What'd you find out about Kilpatrick?
He's definitely on the move, as you thought, but
what?
He doesn't appear to be moving directly to Augusta.
Where then?
Maybe Aiken.
Aiken? Why Aiken?
Not figuring that one out, sir.
Augusta would make sense.
Yes, sir. With the powder works and all.
Yeah. Columbia's Columbia.
What do you think we should do, sir?
Headed for Aiken. That means he's gonna hit Barnwell.
Yes, sir. Right through it.
Lordy, I got good friends there.
Well, we can throw some troops that way.
No. We got a good chance here at something.
All right.
Muster every man you got. We're gonna make a stand in Aiken.
Boys, the name of this town is Barnwell. But tonight, it's Barnwell! 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 Burn it to the ground, boys! Barnwell! 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 Barnwell!
They promised. They promised they wouldn't burn it.
I'm sorry. Come, my friend.
That sneaking round my door.
A friend?
I can tell when a friend's at my door.
I didn't mean cause no interruption. I don't have a gun, if that's what you're worried about.
What I'm worried about is you don't want to tell me who you are.
Name's Masterson. Just want to talk.
Then come on in and talk.
So you're the one they call Mama Thorne?
That's right.
So you fancy yourself some type of witch?
I know what I am. Swamp witch. Most dangerous kind there is.
I guess I better be careful then.
Finally, a piece of fine thinking out of you. You do know I charge for my services.
You mean for soothsaying? I guess that's not out of line. So what kind of payment are you looking for?
How about some truth?
Truth?
Truth. I've had enough of lying and double talk.
The truth could be a very thorny place. It could tear you up.
Is that some kind of threat?
No, ma'am. I'm just here to ask questions.
So ask.
Well, you were kind of hard to find.
That ain't no question. And I ain't hard to find for those who are supposed to find me.
Well, I am aware that General Wheeler has been here to see you.
I see a lot of folks.
Not a lot of generals.
You'd be surprised.
So what? What did you and Fightin' Joe have to talk about?
Mister, I have no reason at all to tell you about my private conversations.
What about self-preservation?
Now that is a threat.
Not for me.
Then from who?
I tell you what, you answer my questions, I'll answer yours.
You like playing this game, Masterson?
Sure, if it pays off. And you?
I can be very, very good at it.
I got money. United States currency. Not that funny money that they're trying to pass off down here.
Ain't interested.
So what can I give to you to get what I want?
Masterson, there's absolutely nothing you could offer me that would make me betray a good friend.
You're making a mistake.
I know what I'm doing. You go back and report now to General Kilpatrick.
The next visit won't be from me. And I bet it's not as friendly.
Hey, Joe. Dobbs.
Good to see you alive. I heard there's nothing left of Barnwell.
Sorry about your church, Reverend.
That was my life.
Well, this is in the middle of nowhere. Did you walk here?
I did. I walked until I couldn't walk anymore. I don't know how long I've been sitting on these steps, but I think I'll find me a peaceful grove somewhere, lay down, and let the earth take me back.
I got an idea. After the battle, I'll take a platoon and go rebuild his church for him.
What now? What about the Yanks? They'd be all over.
That ain't what I've been seeing. They come in, tear up, and all that.
That's right.
Y'all know I wouldn't be able to pay you nothing.
Hey, I got a young lass I plan on marrying when this is all over. If you could do the honors, that would be payment enough.
I know where some nice timber's being stored.
That'd be fine, gentlemen.
Is there anything we can do for you? Can we send some men over to give you a hand?
Maybe some water.
Corporal, give him some water.
You ain't invited.
I am not alone. What I'm looking for is any information you have against the rebel General Joseph Wheeler.
I don't know where General Wheeler is.
I need to know, is he planning on attacking us? And what is his troop strength?
I ain't no soldier. Why would I know nonsense like that?
Then what do you talk about?
Healings for his wounded. getting messages to their families. Important things.
Ma'am, I have food. Plenty of food.
I got the forest and the swamp. I can get all the food I need.
Fine. We have U.S. currency. Silver. We pay a good bit. You show me the whereabouts of General Wheeler.
Ain't interested.
And you need to be telling me what you know.
I can't tell you what I don't know, and I don't know where General Wheeler is right now.
Don't move.
Mama Thorne. I'm General Hugh Kilpatrick. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
You and your men ain't welcome here.
Mama Thorne, we've got something to discuss, ma'am. Do you believe in the institution of slavery? Do you believe that human beings should be chained up and traded like cattle?
No, I do not.
Wow, well, good. We have something in common then. Now, our great army has swept through most of this so-called Confederacy, and do you know what we've left in our wake everywhere we've gone?
Ruined buildings and ruined land.
Freedom, Mama Thorne. Now, I freed slaves in Tennessee, Georgia, and now South Carolina. We're not the enemy.
You are taking the crops and belongings of poor people. People who work hard for a living. These ain't the rich folks who own slaves.
War is a cruel and heartless endeavor, ma'am.
You're making war on children. What you leave in your wake are children with nothing to eat and nowhere to sleep in the dead of winter.
This is a war that was brought on by an illegal government supported by people like you.
I don't support no government, and I don't support no war. I support the people.
Well, I believe this building is harboring rebel resistance. So we're leaving, and I'm going to have my men nail the windows and the doors shut and set fire to this place with you in it. And if you don't think I'll do it, you better remember what I have done. Let's go.
General Kill. Everybody knows that Joe Wheeler is getting ready for some big battle. I don't know nothing about that. But I'm pretty sure that when the fighting's over, no matter what happens, he's going to want to go to his family cemetery. That's just down the road from his home at Augusta. That'll be after the battle, before he heads out to regroup.
We're going to put guards on this place. If what you say is true, you'll be free. But if not, I'm going to burn everything here to the ground. Good day, ma'am.
Hello, Mama Thorne.
Well, look who's all soldiered up. Good to see you again, Marcus.
I'm liking the feel of freedom.
That's good. You know, when I put some on the railroad to Harriet, I never know if they're going to make it or not. Even I don't know the routes past South Carolina.
Things was tough for a while, but I made it up to Boston and joined the 54th Massachusetts.
Well, you're taking a big chance being back in this neck of the woods. Rebel Army ain't taking no prisoners when it comes to ex-slaves. I hear they're shooting them on sight.
I heard the same thing. That's why I'm fighting.
But you made it back, just like you said you would.
I almost didn't. I was up around Charleston. Lost a lot of boys.
Got any plans for after the war?
I want to see if I can find any more of my family.
You know, your brother got sold before I could put him on the railroad.
I heard.
Try looking for him in Augusta. You know, a lot of these black folk there, they don't know they're free yet.
I'll be sure to tell them.
You want some food?
I wish I could stay, because I'm tired eating army grub.
How much time you got?
Not much. They're probably wondering where I'm at.
Well, Marcus, you always made my neck of the woods a better place by being here. Take care of yourself. Hope I'll see you again.
Mama Thorne. Fancy seeing you here, Mama Thorne.
Yep. Them bluecoats wanted my cabin. I figured I'd just let 'em have it.
Yeah, I heard. What you gonna do?
I'll go wandering a bit like I always do. I'm gonna find me some new roots.
So, you need to talk to me about anything?
I met your opponent, this Kilpatrick.
Did you now? What'd you think of him?
He likes to shoot off his mouth a lot.
Sounds like him.
He wouldn't stop barking till I told him where you were going to be after the battle.
Well, what exactly did you tell him?
Exactly what we talked about.
Well, I do appreciate that. How do you think he's gonna handle it?
He'll send one of his bullies, like he always does.
Well, I guess I'll be seeing you around, Mama Thorne.
Sure as sunrise.
There are those out there who would say that a general shouldn't be taking advice from those that call themselves witches. They said I had no business associating with folk like that. Take Mama Thorne, for instance. She's been around these parts since before anyone can remember. Did I believe in her mumbling and spells and all that? Well, I'll tell you what I saw with my own eyes. When we run out of medicines for our wounded, some of her potions and lotions, they kept some of them boys alive. She eased a lot of suffering. I'm dead, you're dead.
I saw you in here, General. I just want to make sure you're all right.
You got a funny way of showing it. Holster that weapon. Fellas, is this the same man we've been talking about?
He is.
You're that broker.
I am. I recognize you two. You don't recognize me?
Yeah, we recognize you.
That's far enough.
Hey, I thought we knew each other.
Understand you don't mind Confederate payment.
That's right. We can make a deal.
Paid in full.
Have a seat, Colonel.
Thank you, sir.
I hope you have some good news for me.
I'm sorry, sir, but I cannot accommodate you with that today.
Oh, very well. Let's get on with it so we can get out of this godforsaken place.
Yes, sir. We received the communique from General Sherman. He wants us to begin our march on Columbia as soon as possible.
Well, that's not terrible news. It gets us out of this place.
Yes, sir. In regard to General Sherman, I put in my request for a transfer back to his staff.
Did you now?
Yes, sir.
Well, I guess you've had enough of this front lines, huh?
Yes, sir, I have had my fill of it.
No, that's all right. I never thought you had the sand in your guts for this anyway on the front lines. Being a Quaker and all, you all have a tough time developing a thick hide for the type of warfare we're involved in now.
Yes, sir, possibly.
What about the scout Masterson? Have we heard back anything from him?
We have not heard from Mr. Masterson, but we did hear about Mr. Masterson.
Please report, Colonel.
I'm afraid to inform you, sir, that Mr. Masterson is dead. Yes, sir, and as I understand, he was on assignment from you in Augusta.
And what about Wheeler? General Wheeler, is he dead too?
No, sir, he is not.
You know, Colonel, I don't think we lost this battle here today. I don't think so.
Excuse me, sir?
Against Wheeler's men today. No, I actually think it was closer to a draw. Don't you?
Sir, they drove us back.
Yes. But when we get ready to file our reports with General Sherman and others, it's important that you and I are in agreement on the outcome of the battle today, if you get my meaning, Colonel.
I will not lie, sir.
Yes, I understand that. I don't want you to lie. But you have to admit, Colonel, there's a lot of layers to the truth. It's just like an onion. So I'm not asking you to lie. I'm simply asking you to peel one layer back for the truth.
I'm afraid I cannot comply with that request.
Well, you will comply, and it's an order, Colonel. You wouldn't disobey an order, would you, Colonel?
No, sir, I will comply with your request.
Very well, then you can have your transfer back to headquarters where you'll be safe. Dismissed.
Sir, permission to speak freely. Sir, your comments about my courage. I served honorably in the Mexican War. I was a medical attendant. I saw men blown apart in front of me by cannon fire. I had their blood on my clothes for days. I held men as they died in my arms, crying for their mothers or their wives. I have never forgotten those experiences, sir, and I pray God I never do.
Tell it to the chaplain, Colonel Peabody. I just don't care. Get out of my sight.
And I know a lot of people call me and my boys guerrillas. They say we didn't fight like proper soldiers. What I come to realize is most of these complainers was not from Dixie. Most of these complainers were Yanks. So what this tells me is we must have been doing a pretty good job.
Rebs got lucky in Aiken, South Carolina, especially Wheeler. I was a victim of bad intelligence. Why wasn't I told about the number of cannon the enemy had? I was expecting shells from 2. I received a barrage. And how could the number on Wheeler's cavalry be so wrong? I was expecting about 100, and instead ended up facing about 1,000 cavalry troops. On the day of the battle in Aiken, the officers that supplied me that intelligence failed me. It won't happen